our candidates are going to do very well. What polling we did, which it's not like the national polls where they have something every 3 days. We have a poll, two polls for Congress, a poll for both the state reps races, but in all of them we were ahead, and some of them by a lot. In the congressional poll we were up by 8, and in one of the state rep races we were up by 10, and one we had a weekend poll of early voters, and we were up by 13. So, I'm not used to this. Normally we've won some races by the skin of our teeth, but this time I think we're going to do very, very well.
I saw him running with a sign. He was running with a sign.
Oh,
really? Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Like he was out exercising.
Well, maybe it's to it draws attention,
or just to vote in general.
Well, in our case, vote for our guy. Okay. If they don't want to vote for our guy, they can stay home. This is about power. I mean, it really matters who wins. Who wins is important, and so trying to get our vote out, trying to get the people who support our candidate out. That's what's primary for us. Now, the other, the good government groups, fine, they can, say get everybody vote. I just assume the Democrats stayed home. Now that probably isn't very PC, but it's a fact, and
it's your opinion.
That's right, and and I'm sure they would prefer we stayed home. And in 2008, we did. I didn't, but lots of Republicans stayed home. There's a lot of interest, and a lot of people are interested in this election. They're interested in their country, and you're seeing the same issues, same things you're seeing nationally or hearing about nationally with the independents breaking to the Republicans. There's a guy in my office building down the hallway from me. It's from New York State, grew up in a labor union family, had a picture of Kennedy on the wall when he grew up. Now, my daughter had a picture of Ronald Reagan on the wall when she grew up, so I understand what that's about. And he's not Republican at all, but he voted straight party Republican in this election and told me he had. And if that kind of voter is voting Republican, we're going to do really good. Now, that's an anecdote. That's not data. But I like those kind of anecdotes.
I just made a phone call to a person that is 95 years old, and she wants to go vote, but she doesn't have a way to get over there. And so I explained to her that we can take her, we can pick her up. She doesn't have to get off the car, and then we'll have the machine brought to the vehicle, and that way she can express her right to vote, and then we'll take her back home. So that's what I'm going to do now. 95 years old, poor thing. Okay, let me see, her number is 855. So hopefully this is what democracy is about, is making sure that everybody has a right to vote and is accessible. So thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Ahí no está la church de nosotros. She's a church person.
Oh, miren.
Pero hace mucho que no viene. So,
¿Dónde votan?
no sé aquí. I don't know.
votamos?
Deberás preguntar a la muchacha.
Ahorita le pregunto.
I don't know.
Okay, let me see.
Allá.
Where? Oh.
Ahí no está la church de nosotros. She's a church person.
Oh, miren.
Pero hace mucho que no viene. So.
Y ahí le invitó para un bike ride también, ¿no le dijo?
Si quería ir, que tenía otra bicicleta. Leonor, agarra lo que te va a dar.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, gracias.
Appreciate it.
Bueno, bye bye.
Okay,
No
gracias.
pensaba que fuera a votarme a más.
Que les vaya bien a ustedes.
Gracias. Igualmente.
Jammygate, yeah. It says, you can write war and peace, nobody gives a damn, but, get one politician as jammies with a half-nude girl and you're famous.
I would have thought that this election turnout would be up across the board in every single precinct, both Republicans and Democrats, with a really, really competitive gubernatorial election, but we're just not seeing it. we're looking at 2006 numbers, and Republican and Democrat precincts are both underperforming where they were in 2006. And I think it's really sad that people are that demoralized about the political system.
You think that's what it is? That's causing the low turnout?
I think that people are pretty upset right now. This is the first time in American history where over basically 8-year period, we're going to go from a Republican president with a Republican Congress, Republican president with a Democratic Congress, Democratic president with a Democratic Congress, and Democratic president with a Republican Congress. People are upset. They don't know who to be upset for or with, and so I think people are just demoralized, and it's sad that they don't want to participate in the government anymore, but it really is a reflection of where politicians are today.
Teamster union members.
And we joined JAG's campaign since January. We've been working real hard with them, and we have the experience. And we've talked to many people, convinced them to come out and vote for him. That he was the best candidate, and also that to come out and also register new voters.
Right.
Yeah.
It was very important.
Yes, it sure is. Voting is you need to come out and vote. If you want change, you need to come out and vote. So that's what we do. So we have experience with that with the Teamsters. We've been just, talking to voters. Even today, the last day, getting people, talking to them to come out and vote for JAG and.
Many try to get the young voters.
Right.
The young people to come out and vote for the change.
Yes.
Yeah.
President Obama talks about change. We need to start here locally and then work our way there from local, state, and national level.
What everybody else is discussing, though, is what's going on with the Democratic Party. Okay, and the problem with the Democratic Party, there's too many factions, and I don't think it's really ideological in nature. I think it's personality. There's big personality conflicts. Now, if it was ideology itself, you could understand that. Okay, it's not ideological. It's just personality, characters. That is a problem, and that's a problem we have to fix. If not, we're going to keep losing elections like this.